Well, I hope everyone is alive and well. Enjoy your meal to those who are eating and have a wonderful evening to everyone else. What did you think? There won't be any more videos on the channel, but I decided to give you one more surprise gift, and today I'm coming out with an emergency episode. Now you'll have the opportunity not only to get rid of back pain forever, but also to straighten your back for good. Well, at least for several years. Look, here is the first starting position. When you have a hunched back, an incorrect pelvis position, and we need to move from this position to one that's closer to ideal, to the ideal state of the spine, either return to it or achieve it. For some reason they're drawn too close to each other here, and there's empty space here. We won't fill it in, or maybe we will fill it with something. Look here, why did the pelvis turn like this? We need to correct the position of the pelvis. This is what will interest us today. Today there are two muscle groups. Here is one located right here. This is the quadratus lumborum muscle. It's right here in the back, between the ribs and the pelvis, and here down below, biceps femoris, semitendinosus and semimembranosus muscles. There should be balance between them. Here, the top muscles are shorter and weaker, causing the pelvis to rotate from the back to Korochin. In front, the iliopsoas is shortened. So now we need to create a balance between the hip extensor muscles in the back. They're located right here on your thigh. There are actually three main muscles: biceps femoris, semitendinosus and semimembranosus, and we need to make them stronger, or at least make sure they're as strong as the quadratus lumborum muscle. There's also the gluteal muscle here. If it starts working, it'll be even better. Your pelvis will be more stable, and the gluteal muscle should be working together with the rectus abdominis, especially the lower part of the rectus abdominis. That's what we're interested in. In this case, it's also weak. Everything works well here. These two muscles here, they create balanced and equal effort. The glute is working, the lower part of the abdomen is working. It's pulled in, everything is good. Our task now is to balance these muscles. And this will create the condition for our spine to extend here in the thoracic region. But we will help it a little as well. We will improve mobility in the mid and lower thoracic spine. Let's make it longer, this upper part right here. We'll tighten this part of the rectus abdominis muscle and stretch the other a bit. And it will be easier to straighten up, easier to extend, and it will be easier for the muscles here in the back to work. That's our plan of action for the near future. This exercise lasts about 3 minutes. Do it together with me. Put on your sports tank tops, leotards and sneakers, and let's start training.
All right, friends, let's get started.
So friends, the exercise, of course, just the way you like it, lying down without interrupting your daily routine. Take a roller. It should be soft so that you can place it roughly in the middle of your thoracic spine. Just a little, so that it rests on the lower edge of your shoulder blades. Lie down on it.
You can use a similar roller like this or make one from a blanket or pillow. We put our arms up here, lay down our head, place our arms, and find a comfortable position for our arms. For some a little higher, for others a little lower. And in this position, we spend about 1 to 2 minutes enjoying ourselves. But if you feel any discomfort in your back, if something is too tense or pulling, then you should shorten the time. Then you will gradually increase it. In this position, your thoracic spine is overextended. Here, you also need to adjust according to your level of slouching. If you slouch more, use a smaller, softer roll. If you're not that slouched, my young viewer, then you can use a bigger roll. Also adjust your hand position. Don't worry if they go numb. It's just that under your chest muscles, under the minor pectoral muscle, the neurovascular bundle is being slightly compressed. And basically, you stayed in this position for about 1 minute. A minute has passed, enjoying a pleasant conversation with smart people. Now, what do? Don't get up right away. Raise your hands up. Subtitles clothing. The main thing is that it doesn't get in the way either. Raise your hands up like this. Grab your elbows like this. One hand holds the other elbow, and the other hand holds the other elbow. Just like this. And lift your head up, and also lift your arms off the floor. Look up, not down here, but up at the stars. Direct your gaze toward the sun or the moon, and keep your arms off the floor too. Then put them down again. One more time. Lift up, hold for a second or two, then lower down. If you've never done this exercise before, you'll notice that when you lift your head, it might shake a little like this. It's because the muscle right here isn't used to it. What's happening in this position? Here, we're not just passively stretching the spine anymore, but now we're making all these vertebrae move. And also train and teach your rectus abdominis muscle to work in this stretched position. And then it will finally allow you to straighten up. In this position, you can do 2 or 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Well, of course, you can put your hands back here to reduce the strain on your neck muscles. Because for some people, the neck might get tired even faster than the abdominal muscles if your head is heavy. So, what now? Did you do it? Then you can lie down again, relax for a minute, and then repeat 1 or 2 more sets like this. That's it. We were restoring the mobility of the thoracic spine. The most important thing here is to make sure that the roller doesn't end up under your lower back. The arch is in your thoracic spine, not your lower back. That's what to watch for. Now, after lying on your back, you need to lie on your stomach as well, following the rules. Hippocrates. So we lie on our stomach, place our head on our forehead, and put our arms on the bolster. The same one you just had under your thoracic spine. But you can use any other one just so that you have a bit of elevation. Actually, the higher the better, maybe. Who knows? Just place your hands like this. And now try to raise your elbows higher, hold for a few seconds, and then lower them. Once again, raise them, hold, lower. Raise them again, hold for a second, 2, 3, and lower. And with this, we are training the upper trapezius and the middle trapezius. And why do we need this? So that in the position we're in right now, we make the spine more flexible. And in the position where it is now, it's an unusual position for it. Now, we need to strengthen it with muscles to make it not just passive mobility, but active mobility. Here's the second option. Look, this is already a roller. A little different. Rounded in this kind of shape, Pyrodinas. And a more difficult exercise is where you lift your elbows up and start moving your arms forward and backward. Forward and backward. There's more strain here. If you're a more or less physically developed viewer, a subscriber who constantly likes and leaves positive comments, you can already lift yourself up like this. You can allow yourself to do it. And now you pull up to here. See, like this, elbows too. Try to hold it a little higher and forward. Stretch your arms out. Here a little wider, a little narrower. You decide what's comfortable for you. Pull it towards yourself and forward. Here, your lower back will, of course,
tense up, but along with your lower back, the lower part of your thoracic spine will also be working. That's where you lack mobility. So if you want to make it even more challenging for yourself, move closer right here. You pull this roller towards yourself like this, and you start right from here, from this position. And now, leaning on it with your hands, stretch out like this, and then pull it towards yourself. Well, the load is quite serious. Pretty good. So, once again, the beginner level is when you just lie down and lift your elbows. The more advanced one is when you lift your elbows and move them forward and backward. And the more serious load is when you lift yourself up and move this roller with your hands forward and backward. So, after such a load, you will feel, well,
They might even ache a bit.
the muscles on your back, not the spine itself, but the muscle corset around it, that's what you'll develop. If you do this exercise, these muscles might ache a little at first because they're not used to it. That's after the strain. Doing a few sets of these will help. From this position and exercise, you need to straighten your spine into a position like this. So, friends, now we worked on the thoracic spine, restored its mobility, balanced the muscles in the front and back, and now the lower part. Here is the pelvis. Down here we have the hip extensors, right? Those muscles that hold the pelvis at the bottom. And here we need to create a balance between the abdominal muscles, which have weakened, and the lower back muscles. The quadratus lumborum muscle, which has become overly tense and shortened, the gluteal muscle, which has weakened, and the muscles on the back of the thigh, which have also weakened and become shortened at the same time, and the iliopsoas muscle, which has also weakened and become shortened. What should we do? Well, let's start with 2 exercises for now. The first one, again, take a roller or an object that you can put your feet on. Put your legs on it like this. Lean on it and lift your pelvis up. Lift it and hold for 5 seconds. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it, then lower it down. If when you lift up you feel that your lower back is straining too much, move the roller a little closer or place it a bit higher. Lift up in this position. If your lower back is still straining too much, try placing it at knee level, like this. If it still strains, even at knee level, place it at hip level, like this. Find a position where you finally stop feeling that tension. So, this is basically the easiest option. This is when you place the roller almost in the middle of your thigh, and then you lift it up like this and lower it, lift it up, hold for 5 seconds and lower it. It's a bit more difficult when you place it near the knee, and the most difficult option is near the foot. Lift it up, hold for a few seconds, put it down, lift it up, put it down. Here, our gluteal muscle and the back of the thigh are working. That's the first one. Next, the second. Now you take a softer roller, lie down in such a way that it ends up under your gluteal muscle. And now, try to press your lower back as much as possible to the floor so that your abs tense up. Try to get the lower part of your back to touch the floor. Your pelvis will tilt. Your lower back will lie completely on the floor and your abs will tense up. If it's easy to lie down, straighten your legs and try to do the same thing with your legs straight. So, is this the movement you get? Here, the pelvis tucks in a little, and the lower back, thanks to the tension in your abdominal muscles, lies flat on the floor. Increase difficulty by straightening your legs. Gradually, you need to learn to do this movement with straight legs. Tighten your abs and your lower back arches back like this. So friends, this set of exercises, if you actually do it, allows you to both change the position of your pelvis and restore mobility to your thoracic spine at the same time. So friends, until the next episodes, try this exercise, see how it goes, and let me know in the comments.